Hey, what's going on? It is your boy Haywood. Happy Saturday night. Happy Thanksgiving week. It is week 12 of the Pick is In podcast. I am a lifelong sports junkie trying to bring you the almanac. Been playing fantasy since the 90s, been betting since 2014, playing daily since the late 2000s. So my job is to try to bring you the almanac and some good winning picks. I am here feeling blessed, wishing everybody the most blessed night. I want to bring in my great co host who's experienced sports betting, who is great at numerical narratives, and brings the other side of betting, my great co host, Jonah Stormrider.
Let's go. Good evening, everybody.
What's up, Jonah?
Cheers.
What's up,
What's
brother?
up, buddy?
Cheers, everybody at
So,
home.
so good luck, everybody. Now,
Ah,
obviously, we had a little bit, as the first video we shared there, we had a little bit of a rough week last week.
yeah, had to make light of it. Had to make light of it. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty funny, man. Yeah.
you know, I'll take nine weeks of good bets to two pretty, two not good weeks. That's a good ratio. It's not
So,
ideal, obviously, but you know,
yeah. So 8 winning weeks, three excuse me, two bad weeks, excuse me, 3 bad weeks. So 8-3 as far as our record for the year. And last week was just it killed us, kicked me in my balls, man. I'm not gonna
it
lie.
was it
So
was it was rough. And you know what though? I don't think we're alone. I know a lot of sports bettors, a lot of guys who were just caught off balance with this last week, almost as if it's fixed. I mean, don't talk to me. Don't ask me about it.
yeah, I totally agree. It kicked us in the balls. I'm not gonna. A lot of guys I look up to had really bad weeks as well. A lot of guys, I'll be honest, all the crazy cappers with their huge parlays, they hit more than the regular sharps and people I look up to. It was just a rough week, straight wild. That's for sure. I had to change it up. So, new gear for the show. Yes, Haywood has hair, and I'm sporting it tonight. So, a new look for me tonight.
See, it's funny because you're a lot more superstitious than I am in terms of all that. Like I show up the same. I'll wear the same stuff every day for the rest of my life, man. But
well,
I get it. I get it. I get
yeah.
it.
Nobody pulls off flannel on like you, dude.
Hey,
That's for
you know what
sure.
I'm saying?
That's for you.
It's funny. I used to get teased. This is my uniform. I mean, obviously, I don't have a uniform, but everywhere I go, for as far back as I can remember now, I'm always in a collared shirt, whether flannel or just apparently flannel. That's how I roll. Even in the middle of summer, doesn't
Right.
matter,
So how's Jonah? Happy Thanksgiving to you, brother. Coming up here
dude.
this Thursday, brother.
Happy Thanksgiving week to all of you guys out there as well. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Thank you for
So
all the
it's
people at home watching, keeping the show going. We appreciate you. Me and Jonah from the bottom of our heart wish you a great, great Thanksgiving and be grateful for what you have. Spend the great time with your family. Family's important. You never know where they're going to be gone. You got to enjoy those moments. Family's very important.
And in my day job, I spend all day every day talking to people about their finances, about their retirement, about their investments, about their yada 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 fill in the blanks. Numbers guys. And I feel like family is wealth though. Family is true wealth. And oftentimes we don't really appreciate family until we're out of touch with them or they're gone.
All right.
So cheers to those of our family members who have gone before us or those who we're no longer sadly in contact with. And cheers to all of them and respect for the family bonds that nobody can replace.
Well said.
So, all that aside, we got a couple of really exciting things for you guys coming up. Um, we got a couple guests coming up that I want you guys to know about before we get into this week's picks and some other interesting conversational pieces we got for you guys tonight. Next week, now it'll be recorded. It won't be live, but we'll share it with you guys recorded and we'll still be live with you. But we'll share a recorded segment from a guy who I respect immensely. Chris from Vegas is what he calls himself, making plays. I'll share when next week when we air the episode or when we air the recording, we'll also share with you how to find him. But this guy he's awesome. I mean, he even and I'll share with you guys next week again. but he even chose correctly predicted Steelers defense scoring 2 touchdowns last week. That's just that's next level. This guy's got a gift, and he's a lot of fun. Um, he does every sport as well. I mean, like he's got 6 sports picks for 6 different sports up, and his hit rate is awesome. But he's just a stellar guy, a family guy, got a bunch of kids, just a really down to earth, genuine dude. So I'm looking forward to sharing him with you guys. But just a great guy, and so look forward to that next week. Tune in at 11 p.m. Eastern, of course, same time, same channel next week. But tune in because we'll have making plays on with us. And then the week after, who we got coming in, Haywood?
Well, real fast, that's a good guess, dude. He has a pretty big Discord and following. He's been doing it for a long time, pretty successful in the industry. And Jonah, great land on getting this guy in. I'm looking forward to interviewing him. What we're going to record tomorrow and show the folks next Saturday as part of our show next week. So yeah, 11 p.m. The week after, shout out to my boy Nick Wilcox, who is a fantasy football host for the show, The Fantasy Football Show. He's been on Football Diehards twice. He works for Fantrax doing tight end articles. He also does fantasy basketball for Fantrax. Really good guy. Connected with him over the summer. We've been connecting a lot. He just recently came down here about 2 weeks ago, took him to a game, have a good night out. I don't get out very much when it comes to, like my younger life, but yeah, I had a great time with him. I'm really excited to have him on, somebody I look up to in the industry. I've been on his show. He's earlier this year. So yeah, Nick Wilcox the following week. So shout out to my boy, and we're glad to have some good guests. So the next 2 weeks, we're going to have 2 guests lined up for you guys, and really good guests, in my opinion. Really good guests. So something to look forward to. Grateful. That's awesome.
I love it. And then, so obviously, you guys all know already, but just as a reminder, I want you guys to remember where to find not only past recorded episodes, but also future episodes and everything. Don't forget to go to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com. You'll see here we've got the pick is in. Over at the top, you'll see the pick is in podcast right here. There's a bunch of other podcasts. The Philosopher King with me every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern. You got Here's the Thing podcast, Dualistic podcast. Every Monday, you've got the Phone Booth podcast. You got the Phone Booth live streams, which we just came from, which was a blast. Those guys are just such stellar dudes. And one thing I love and appreciate about them more than anything else is we often disagree, but we disagree with respect, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. So even just earlier tonight, if you guys want to tune in, we disagree with some political things about Trump and about other things like that. But it's always such a great conversation because there's that mutual respect, and so it's a lot of fun. Just a great group of guys, and have really given us space to not only have this podcast, but my own podcast. And
Yes.
Haywood, I imagine you're going to have your own at some point here too. So we'll see, man. I mean, it's just a great group of guys. So
Yeah. Everybody go to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com. Give us a subscribe. It's easy. You just click a button. There's no money. It helps us out.
there's a free subscription option. You can also, if you like what we're doing and you want access to exclusive content as well, there's a $5 subscription fee you can also submit, but not obligatory, but we always appreciate it, obviously. Thank you, Snoop, for the heads up. So pardon everybody. I just tend to talk quietly. I tend to lean back. I'm super chill. So sometimes it's hard to hear me, and I get it. Right? What? What was that? What's that? So thanks for the heads up, Snoop.
I like his other comment.
Yeah. What's up, Monicus? That's right.
Inside joke.
Love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So now I think we wanted to run through some quick highlight of the top 15 plays of week 11, if I'm not mistaken.
Should we tell them about the other news, or do you not want to?
Yeah. Well, so we'll tease it now. I think it's better. We want to kind of build it out a little bit more first because we're going to backfill all the episodes we've already recorded. But this week, Haywood and I have spent some time getting up a Rumble and a YouTube for The Pick Is In, so that you guys can subscribe there if that's your preferred outlet instead of X or whatever your preferred outlet is. That way it's just kind of more versatile for folks. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We'll have more information on that to come in the very near future. But
Awesome.
it's an
Awesome.
exciting development, and
Yeah.
we're excited about it. So
Yeah, I got those up baby steps. So yeah, starting next week, we'll put up links so you guys know where to find it. Go follow, like us, Rumble, Substack, YouTube, and I'm sure there's probably going to be more on the horizon too. But yeah, good steps, brother. Good steps. But yeah, let's show the folks some week 11 highlights from last week. Sit back, crack one open, and enjoy it, folks.
There we go. And in the meantime, Snoop is my volume better, sir. Or should I say Monica Snoop?
That's his middle name, by the way.
That's right.
Cannot be denied. 35 yards, Will Lutz. He's already made 4 today. Lutz in the clutch, and the Broncos have won it.
What a photo finish, man.
Yeah, right? In overtime.
Seahawks looking like they're coming after this punt from Ethan Evans. They drop off. Shaheed watches it bounce inside the 5 and out of bounds inside the 1.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's a hole in one.
It looked like you at a 56 degree from about 110. Look at that. Oh my God. Remember, if it hits the pylon.
3rd down and 5.
Crazy.
That was.
Quick hitter. Ty Johnson creates it.
That's a great play.
Big gain down the sideline. Ty
That's
Johnson
a great play.
takes it all the way. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Santos puts it up, and it is good! The comeback kid, Chicago Bears, do it again!
Back to the Packers defense. They're playing intermediate right now. Here's Winston. Loading up, gotta hurry, hit from behind. Ball is out. And this game is over. And Micah Parsons finally gets home. So now Dortch back in motion at wide receiver.
What a blowout this was, huh?
Fake.
Yeah.
Pressure on the
God, I love those black
rolling on the run,
uniforms.
and it's intercepted by Diamador
Ticks.
Lenore.
Ticks.
Lenore weaving back towards the middle of the field. Now to the sideline. Lenore to the 40. Still on his feet. Lenore. They weren't sure he'd play today. And Diamador Lenore's got an interception and down inside the
Almost a
Arizona
big six.
15.
Down 27-12 with 3.5 to go. He'll go outside, and it's caught here by Fant, and quickly on him. Eccles, the ball jog free, picked up Pierre. He'll take it in. It is a touchdown.
Wow.
A second turnover.
That was a close
touchdown
game until the 4th.
by the defense.
Yep.
It again.
One more time.
And
The
how
ball
happy
starts
do you
coming loose
think
right
people
before
were
the
who
knee
bet
makes
the under
contact.
initially
Pierre's there
until the 4th?
waiting to scoop and
Right?
score.
And then explode for points.
Yep.
Sky Moore and Brian Robinson are back deep as Arizona won the toss, selected to defer.
Watch this play, John.
It'll be Moore from the 2-yard line, and we're underway in Glendale. Sky Moore with an opening, and Moore on the run. One man to beat, and it's the kicker, Ryland. He'll blow by him. Moore on the move to the goal line, lunging and down at the 2. San Francisco bringing just 4. Brissett hit as he throws, looking for Wilson on the sideline. What an adjustment, and what a catch by Michael Wilson.
What do you need? You need your guys to step up and make plays. We've talked about how big this possession was. Jacoby Brissett going for the big play.
Number 21, defense. Penalties declined.
It was a disciplinary issue that he reportedly missed a meeting on Friday, and the decision was made to not have him activated today. Allen on 3rd and 3.
Only a 3-man rush from the Bucks.
Allen buys
Look at that
time.
throw.
He's going to toss it downfield. Open man. Caught by Shavers. Touchdown, Bills.
Just ridiculous.
That's old-fashioned Josh
Time to throw in his career this season, but you don't care when the play ends like this. He makes things happen. The Bucks only rush 3. Plenty of time. delivers a strike down the field.
What don't you see? A loss of 9. Mitchell dropped it, picked off. Devin Bush on the return. Bush still going. Touchdown.
Example of that. A sack on the first one. Right there, throws a little high. Keaton Mitchell should have caught that. Bounces off of his hands, and you see right there, Bush does the rest.
Love and a high snap. Floats it. Watson up top.
What a
It is
catch in
caught!
triple coverage. What a
Touchdown
catch.
Packers. Green Bay's got the lead.
Oh, the catch.
It was even a bad snap. Do you see that?
Yeah, it was.
Was deflected passes as any in the NFL. 3rd and 9. Sample the block. It's
Oh, threw it right to him.
It's picked off by Duggar. He's got room to roam. There's a block on the play by Herbig. You can't kiss him goodbye. Touchdown. Pick 6.
You draft a young offensive lineman like Zabel, because he's about as good as a young lineman we've seen in years.
Here's the fade, looking downfield for Smith.
Ooh, that was a catch.
Punched it with one hand. JSN.
There's the first deep ball connection of the game against Darius Williams outside. And tell you what, they're the best deep ball connection in the league.
That is Andrews under center on 4th.
Look at this play,
and 1.
Jonah. Push. Nope.
Andrews spinning away, and there he goes. Andrews all the way. Touchdown.
Beautiful.
What a call by the Ravens.
One of the things that's impressive to me about this last week, especially of that top 15 plays that we just watched, how many were defensive pick sixes or really key interceptions
Special teams.
and or special teams.
Yep.
Like, it was just off the charts in terms of
Wild.
It
And
was
for your
just-
boy to call 2 touchdowns by their defense / special teams, that's crazy bet. The odds must have
And-
been insane.
and both of those were in the highlight reel here we just watched.
Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
of those plays.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Right. Totally. Yeah. So highlights from last week. If you want to bring up the recap, we could show some of our numbers for last week, if you can. Yeah, that's crazy. All those defensive touchdowns. I'm
Now,
excited.
before we get to let's do recap, and then we'll before we get into the picks, I think we wanted to talk about the Texans against the Bills specifically from just the other night.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
but in the meantime, let's pull up our recap from last week. Again, hey, not the best week at all, but we're keeping it real, showing you what's what.
Yep.
Because that way, when we post the super positive, you'll know that it's trustworthy. But I mean, honestly, 65%. That's still beautiful. Even though we had a rough week last week, 65% of the picks so far this season is pretty damn good.
100%, Jonah. And no fluff, no filler. We're very honest and transparent. We're not here for clicks and saying we hit all the time. We're very honest. No sports bettor out there hits everything they call. That they lose money too. So, yeah, I mean, horrible week. We jumped from 72 to 65. That's a big difference in 1 week. So that just shows you. And what was it? Sunday night, I went back like 7 years on my books as far as I have each individual week for my personal bets. It was my worst week in years, years. It was just wild. So yeah, it's all part of it. It's the bigger picture. I'm not dwelling out too fast, too bad, excuse me. But yeah, 65%, take it.
Also, I would say this is why also it's important to strategically and conservatively place your bets, because any week could be a blockbuster week where you clean and sweep everything, and any week could be this garbage, right?
Yes.
So that's part of the game, and that's part of why we always recommend that you are patient and conservative And when we talk what we talked about last week, which we'll talk again in a little bit when we give our picks for this week, we'll talk about when you do place a parlay, how to also place a number of money line bets within that parlay so that you're covering your losses, you're covering you're covering your picks. So basically your parlay is almost free money and essentially, right? So
and that's something you're going to show the folks when
absolutely.
and we'll do that tonight. We'll for Jonah's parlay, we're going to show you which ones he likes to single, because we just showed a screenshot of it last week. But yeah, we're going to show that for the folks tonight. And yeah, move on. It's Thanksgiving week. It's time to reset, which we did. I'm looking forward to this week, man. Football is awesome. I think it's going to not be so wild tomorrow. Oh, sound. Oh,
I love it. I love it. Hey. So, yeah, I mute myself because I've got a cough right now. So if I mute myself out, I'm just trying not to cough in your face. All right. So we wanted to show you one other highlight reel.
Thursday night football.
Thursday night, which we almost jumped live on to do some live betting with you. But we'll get to some of philosophy on the live betting, which is kind of fun a little bit later, a little bit of a nugget, right? But we'll get there in a second. But first, let's go to Thursday night's highlights. Here we go.
Let's show the folks.
Isn't
the Bills like 8-point favorites? 8.5?
I don't remember what the spread was.
I know it wasn't that low, but I wish I had it with me. But yeah, they were pretty big favorites. Go ahead.
It's a pretty good resume. Meanwhile, Woody Marks. Great move. Woody Marks to the 25-yard line. He goes. And another first down. One season with the Trojans. On a first down, little flip back here. Here's Marks. Off to the races. He goes. Before he is stopped inside the 10 at about the 5-yard line, first down and goal.
Now you'll love this.
Allen under pressure, pocket collapsing, down he goes. Well, sooner or later, Will Anderson was going to get a sack, and there it was. From the 23-yard line, Woody Marks is the running back. The pass is caught, so there's completion number 2. And they finally go to Nico Collins, who had a big game last week. 9 grabs. He is there clear. Play fake. Pass. Wide open. Touchdown. Christian Kirk pulls it in.
I really like how Nick Caley, the offensive coordinator, mixed in the tempo because the
25-yard line. Allen throws, tip, intercepted.
Crazy.
Running it back here.
Yeah.
Bullock weaving, darting inside the 10. He's going to go all the way for the touchdown. There were the probabilities from number 1. Meanwhile, second down and 2. Mills hangs in there, throws, caught. Kirk on the run to the outside. He goes. Christian Kirk sets up a first and goal with 37 seconds. Cole Bishop makes the tackle. Mills to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Higgins. Flag is down. A flag is down. Jaden Higgins for the moment.
5% of his passes complete in the
1/8.
Yeah, 1/8. And here the time to throw.
Allen, look out from behind, avoids the sack.
Wow, yeah.
Still running around. Whoa, and down he goes back at the 24-yard line. Just relentless. Who else? It's Anderson again.
It's actually a pretty good game last night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Snap away.
Yeah, we almost did go
Allen
live. That's crazy.
Down he goes. Well, we talk about Danielle Hunter's been quiet.
Coming up here is one of my favorite.
Play clock at 2.
One of my favorite plays of the game here. Hold on. Not
Allen
yet.
fires over the middle. And that's
Talking about the hook and ladder.
And the ball is out.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
For the moment, they're going to rule it a catch and a fumble. Shakir got popped by Bullock. Going to the air. Checking it down. Left side. Catch is at the 37-yard line. It's made. Higgins inbounds. Now they bring Shakir back into the backfield. Flare him out. Allen throws off his back foot. Short. Picked at the 9-yard line. Bullock.
That's a wild interception right
there.
On the play at the 11-yard line.
Right here, he's trying to create a mesh working across. He runs into the defender that was in man coverage on Dawson Knox.
Wild.
Very wild. Yeah. Yeah, it was 8.5 beginning of the week. I looked it up while we were watching. I think some books had it down to 6.5, 5.5. So yeah, at the time of the game.
I had the day before when I ran my analysis on the game, it was -6 for the Bills.
Okay. Yeah. Straight wild game. And you know what, folks? If we feel it, we might. Hey, if you feel it, Jonah, give me a call and we'll go live. I was watching that game too. So
yeah, I think that's part of the plan moving forward as well. We're gonna try to do some more live games for you guys.
And if
you
want
live watch parties, so to speak.
If you want, Jonah, we could do like a test live soon. I know we've been talking about it. We could just do a test. Therefore, just turn it on and wing it and see what we could do. Kind of like just a test, to tweak how we could make it look good and see how it goes.
Yeah. So check. So you folks watching, check your on Monday night or Thursday night. The upcoming couple weeks here. Just watch because we might go live, and so just watch the X and see. We'll likely pop in there to show you some mid-game betting, which is interesting, and a lot of really powerful bets that one can make. Live game are really kind of changes what everything looks like, right? You can kind of get some really beautiful lines, but in regard to that, actually, we've got a nice little clip for you guys here. And I will actually let the video explain but it's about live bet. It's directly related to live betting, although he doesn't mention it in this clip. But I want you guys to watch this with live betting in your minds, because it's really interesting perspective. So here we go. And we're muted because it's Instagram. All right, here we go.
Gotta love it.
Same trend is present. If you're not looking for it, you're missing something pretty big. There was something very famously. Every time the Buffalo Bills lose, the same trend is present. If you're not looking for it, you're missing something pretty big. There was something very famously coined by Bill Belichick called the middle 8. The middle 8 is exactly what it sounds like. It's the middle 8 minutes of a football game, the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half. Do you know how bad the Bills are in this middle 8? Before I give you any of that info, please do understand, number one, that there were studies done a few years ago that said teams that win the middle 8 win the game roughly 75% of the time. And as time has gone on, the great coaches like Dan Lanning, Kenny Dillingham, Bill Belichick, and plenty of others have adopted this because of how important it is in momentum as well as logistics in the game. I'll put the Belichick quote up here, but it's also really important in keeping a stud offense off the field. But back to the Buffalo Bills. They have 4 losses this season. Do you know how many points they've scored in the middle 8 in those 4 losses? 3. Oh, we're not done. They're also getting outscored 23-3 in the middle 8. An enormous reason the Texans beat them on Thursday Night Football was because of this onslaught in the middle 8. Got outscored by Miami in the middle 8. Got outscored by New England in the middle 8. And they took this into halftime, keeping the Bills off the field. In Atlanta, it was 0-0. Also important to note that in 7 of the Bills' wins, they've only outscored teams in the middle 8 4 times, twice tied, and they even lost one. But you get the point. The most pivotal time of the game, whether you want to walk into halftime and get the ball at the start of the second half, if you want to take momentum back from a team that started hot on you, the Buffalo Bills are, for lack of a better term, disappearing. Every time the Buffalo Bills lose, the same trend is present. If you're not looking for it, you're missing something pretty big. There was something very...
That's insane. That is crazy. That's definitely very interesting. Number 8, the Belichick ways, live betting concerns, and that's crazy.
Super interesting.
Yeah.
Super interesting.
And folks, don't forget, hey, if you guys are watching, drop a comment. We want some interaction. You guys are more than welcome to ask a question. Heck, be funny if you want, whatever's clever. Don't forget to like, repost. Repost would be awesome if you guys could. It really helps us out. Yeah, that video was crazy. In-game live betting. I know we keep talking about it. We're going to do it, and that's going to be powerful. Because I know that's one of your specialties, and that's one of my specialties too. That I'm good at live betting for basketball more than probably football. But maybe we do a night where we have a couple of those games on. Monday night or football with NBA.
I can't tell you how many parlays I've saved or how many games I've saved by live betting.
Yes.
Because if you've got one leg that's going in the opposite direction of what you want or what you're hoping for, and the team that was favored to win, for example, is down by 7, 8, 10, 14 points, you bet the over. I mean, you bet the as a hedge, you bet that favorite who you had bet to win the money line, for example, you bet that the plus 14 on them, right? Or plus 8. Obviously, the anticipation is that they're going to rally in the second half.
Yep. Especially if it's just like you're saying, a favorite's up or a favorite and they get down right away. And you're just like, this would be a good time to catch some action on it because you know how they play. They're not going to play like that for 60 minutes. And, a good chunk of the time, the strong favorite will always come back or make it interesting. So you could do spread on that instead of money line. There's all kinds of powerful ways you could do for live betting. And shout out to my boy Carter from the Odds Are podcast. I'm trying to work on getting him on, but he is a great live bettor. That's all he does. And he preaches. He's like pregame bettors. He doesn't believe in it, because his spiff and what he sees he's interacted with rotations of players, how the game flow is, stuff like that. So maybe just shout out to him. Hopefully I can get him on. He's a good buddy of mine. But yeah, he's a very, very great in-game live bettor. He never pre-games. He never does. All right. Yeah.
I love it.
So I want to show a bad beat from that game from Thursday. So if you want to pull the picture I sent you. So
this one here, yeah.
Nope, not that one.
This one?
Negative. Yeah, that's it.
That's it, right?
So it was a pregame bet, folks. I think I posted it with my on my X page. But so this hit by the first half, and let me explain. Shakir had 3 catches, Chubb, Marks, all covered. Mills had 5 yards rushing by halftime, Jonah. Okay, hear me out. So, the interception at the end of the game that we just saw?
Yep.
So what was the very next play? A Davis Mills kneel down. He was at 5 yards. A kneel down is -1. He went to 4. I lost the bet on the freaking last play of the game on a kneel down. I got to vent. Kneel down should not be negative rushing stat yards. I'm sorry. It just shouldn't. I know he goes back a couple of feet, but goodness gracious, this is not the first time this has happened. I got hooked on the very final play on a kneel down. Man, that's how wild, end of last week and going into that game was. So
that's crazy. Yep.
On the very last play, man, that was some garbage. I was all excited. I was like, yeah, I got my bet. I was like,
so
at least
it reneged the win. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, so I think.
Show me the money!
I think it's time to show the best for this week. What do you think?
I'm good with that. Jonah, start with yours. Show the people.
All right. Well, we can start. I was going to start with yours, but we can start with mine if you'd like.
I don't mind. Whatever's clever, whatever easiest for you.
Let's go. I've already got yours queued up here.
All right.
So we've got the first one here. This first parlay that you got for us.
Yeah.
Right?
Can you start out with the Cedric Tillman single one? Actually, the first one I sent you right before that one. Let's start off with that one. It'll flow into the next one.
There we go. Yep.
Yeah. So this is my second best bet of the week. So Cedric Tillman over 21.5 yards. I shopped at all the major books. This is the best line at -108. So again, $108 gives you 100. You get -8 cents to every dollar you do put on it. So Cedric Tillman, he just came back from being on IR. He cleared this line last week, His matchup this weekend is super juicy. I love it. I think he could do it in one play. That's all he needs. I actually could see one play just thrown to him, but this is, gosh, I really like this one a lot. I'm really confident in this one. This one should be good for the people. So 25 wins 48-14, so you win $23.14.
There we go.
So yeah, this one's a small band unit. So the last one was 0.25 bands. So as we discussed before, units, bands, just a dollar amount. Everybody's unit size could be different. So whatever you're comfortable with. Remember, don't be betting money you shouldn't. If you only got $10 to bet for the week, bet a couple bucks on each or whatever. Just don't be chasing. Don't be spending money you don't have. Be responsible. That's very important. So $5 on this one. So these are all plays I really like. And as you see on the bottom, folks, I got a free bet. So yeah, it's plus 1910. That's right up Jonah's alley for odds. But so
there we go.
So if you put $10, you win 190 plus dollars. So $5 wins 95. So Tillman over 21.5. Mooney has a great connection with Kirk Cousins, who's now the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. Michael Penix is now out for the year with another knee injury. I believe it's his third surgery on that knee. He's had multiple injuries. So Kirk Cousins loves him. And just for everything I'm reading, they practice a lot together. So Hunter Henry, Cincinnati, they give up a crap load of touchdowns to the tight end. So that's one I like as well. Jonathan Taylor, arguably the best player in all of football, coming off, I believe, a bye week. Kansas City, this is possibly game of the week. In order for them to win, he needs to have a great game. Matter of fact, I would feel okay with singling 2 touchdowns for him. So keep an eye on the thread tomorrow, guys. We could be adding bets tomorrow. Heck, if I feel it, I might put him for 2. That's one guy I really love. And then my guy, Trey McBride, the best tight end in all of football. He's been on a roll lately. And if I could, just real quick, I got something here I wanted to talk about with him. I just didn't have it prepared. Excuse me. So Trey McBride has had a touchdown in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight games. 5. Okay. And most of them with Jacoby Brissett. So I put these all in a parlay. Yeah. It's small dollar amount, not big. Smart. So $5 gets you 95. So that's one little Jonah parlay I got.
There you go. And how about this one?
Bet of the week. I just talked about him. So anybody that's been watching the show knows that Trey McBride has had 5 receptions in 12 now straight games. 12. This is money. So I love the touchdown singling up for him, but I added 5 to make it plus money. So I shopped all the books. I shopped like 10 different books for his touchdown prop. Bet365 has the best. It's minus 105. Minus 105 is the best odds for him. So I just combined it with 5 catches. This is money. I absolutely love this. He's been shredding it lately, man. He's been on fire. So I put $30 on this. That's 0.30 bands. It's my bet of the week. You double your money, folks. I wouldn't even mind putting another 20 on it. So, but this is something I'm very confident in. It's going to hit. I feel good about it for the people. So that's one bet right there, Jonah.
Love it.
Yeah. So I'm picking on my boy. This one's more of a laddered parlay, if that makes sense, with his stats. So again, small dollar. So just being smart. So you don't want to put $25, $35 on this. I'm putting $10. And as you can tell, I had a free bet. So folks, when you guys sign up for sports books, it's important to get a referral link from somebody because you get free money to start. If you don't have a sports book active and it's eligible for your state and you sign up, most books give you free money right away, either via deposit bonus or referral link from a friend. It's very important. So, feel free to DM I or Jonah. I don't mind sending you links. I used to do that. I got 1 or 2 people to do it. Maybe I'll start doing it again, but that's very important. So small dollar amount. So 7.5 catches. I think he's going to have a monster game. Jacksonville gives it up to the tight end. So this is more of a laddered parlay. And we talked about laddering just by singling earlier in the year. So McBride touchdown. Okay. 125 yards. Gnarly. His line's at like 71.5, but I think he could go off. And if you look at the stats, he has been going off. So, and another thing we haven't talked about is longest reception. So, if he's having a baller game, he's going to have a catch longer than 23 yards. So I put it all together. It's plus 875. $10 gets you $87.50. My boy Trey McBride.
Love that.
All right, this is something different. If you want to put all of them up there, all those small ones, this is something we haven't talked about. I haven't shown the people. So I've been not this year. I'll be honest with you. These have been successful for me in the past. So if you look at the odds are kind of crazy. They're big money type of deals as far as like what the payout could be. So each team to score a touchdown and a field goal in each half. So I picked out 3 games. So ideally, what I do is I pick out a couple games a week that's going to be the highest scoring ones. And basically, in a nutshell, these teams got to do these in the first half and the second half. The odds are crazy. Low dollar amounts. Very safe, But in the past, I have been very successful with them. This year's kind of shot in the... Has been do good on these. I only hit 2 of these out of like 12 so far this year. Low percentage, but that's why I'm putting low dollars. So I'm picking on 3 games. Jacksonville, Arizona. I think that game is going to be a shootout. So $5 wins 75 plus 1,400. If you're comfortable with more bankroll, do it, but be responsible again. That's why we're educating people as far as what dollar amount we're putting on the bets. So another game, Buccaneers Ram. The regular line's at 49.5. Could be a possible shootout. 12-1 is what plus 1,200 means. So you get 12 times the payout if you win. Okay. And the third one is the Colts Chiefs, which I talked about earlier. This could be this should be a good game. It could be definitely high scoring. I don't think it's high scoring as the other ones, but it could be. The pieces are there on both teams to do so. So that's a plus 1,200. So $5 returns 85. So low band plays. Jonah, I've never really showed you these type of bets. Each team to score a touchdown field goal in each half. Thoughts? Mike check.
Sorry
Mike,
about that. Yeah.
It's okay.
Covering you guys for the cough. Thank you for that. I think this is great. I think this is super interesting, very conservative from one standpoint, because we do expect them to be high scoring games. So it should be a lot of fun. I like those bets. I like those a lot.
Right on. Okay. Awesome. In the past, when I had bigger bankroll, I would put $25 on these. Pick a few games a week. You hit one every couple weeks. You win money. If you with your losses, with your winnings, because the payout's incredible. 12-1, 14-1. That's really good. So those are my side of the bets, and you guys got my 2 top bets. I'll post these on a post connected to the show probably late tonight, and keep checking throughout the day tomorrow. We're going to update it. I put links like I always talk about. All you got to do is click a button, have your dollar amount for the bet, just place the bet. So just keep aware, pay attention to the post, link to the show. You can check it out at Haywood's Almanac on Twitter. You can check Jonah Stormrider on Twitter, and we'll have it all ready for the folks. And then Jonah, we're going to have a 2-time Show Me the Money segment. I want to hear it again for you.
There we go. Let's go.
Show me the money!
Let's go. All right, Jonah, what you cooking?
All right, so here we go. This is what we're looking at here. Got a monster parlay for everybody here.
Ooh. And
we're looking at obviously some pretty big odds payout here of 35.89 plus 35.89. So that's 35, almost 36 times your money. A 12-game parlay, and I'll dig into a little bit more in a second how I play this. But I'm going all money line here, not looking at the spread at all, just money line. So Bears at minus 146. Let's dig into some of the rationale here. So part of the reason for that is referee bias. So they tend to favor the home underdogs. And so in that case, this would be the Bears. And so it looks like, that plus we've got some narrative tease about the Bears' defensive resurgence at home, which is interesting. So
the ref crew? Okay.
So we'll see how that pans out.
So the ref crew favors home teams more with the referee crew that's there with their stats this year. That's pretty interesting.
As opposed to the next game here, the New England Patriots game, we've got the refs tend to show bias for road favorites. And so we've got that plus the Patriots defensive dominance is coming through.
great.
So we're going to side with the Patriots on that one.
That's right. We just talked about them last week too. Patriots.
Yep. Detroit Lions. Reason for that is, again, the referee.
Over your Giants?
Scott, I know, right? Scott Novak here. I know. I've kind of given up on the Giants this year. Hopefully next year.
Just give you crap, brother. I love you.
You should.
I love you.
You should. Obviously here, the Lions are heavily favored anyways.
Yes.
So that should be pretty much a shoe-in anyways. But on top of that, the referee team tends to heavily favor large home favorites. So it should be a complete blowout there. And then let's see what else we got here. In terms of the Packer game, we've got the Packers winning because it's a strong rivalry narrative, which is always fun. And then the referee John Hussey tends to favor Green Bay when at Lambeau.
Jonas got the scouting report on the refs this week, folks.
I'm all about the refs, man. I think the refs influence these games far more than we appreciate often.
Oh.
So now Seahawks versus Titans. I'm going Seahawks, obviously. I mean, they're so heavily favored.
They are.
They are. It's a bit absurd. So it's kind of a no-brainer. But on top of that, the Seahawks defensive statement is trending in social media as the kind of the narrative.
Yeah, I told you I like them.
The referee tends to favor road favorites in mismatches. So he tends to go with the favorites on the road in heavy mismatches like this.
I'm taking notes, Jim.
There you go, right? All right, so then we've got the Chiefs over the Colts. That should be a much closer game, obviously. But the referee tends to favor Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium, and there's a strong narrative on the Chiefs making their playoff push because they really have to start to lock in a couple wins here to have playoff contention. So
they do.
That's been a narrative that's being pushed as well. So obviously, I tend to prefer and pay attention to the narratives, the emotional, social narratives, because I think that has a lot more influence than we give credit for those things. So, and then the Ravens game here, Jets versus Ravens. Again, Ravens are heavily favored. So that's kind of a no-brainer. But on top of that, the Ravens' defensive dominance has been trending, as well as the referee tends to favor large home favorites. So, and then let's see. We got the late afternoon games. We've got the Raiders beating the Browns, even though it's supposed to be a lot closer of a game. The extremely low over-unders kind of indicates a defensive script or a defensive heavy game, obviously. And then on top of that, the referee favors home teams in low scoring games. So that's very interesting.
Can't get this stuff anywhere else, bro. You gotta, dude. This is very intriguing.
So, I mean, we'll see how it plays out, folks. All right, so then we've got next game. We've got Cardinals, Jaguars. Actually, they're not on here because I don't like any of the narratives, and I don't like even though the referee tends to show slight road bias, there isn't really any good narrative, and so I don't see a strong pick there. So I've omitted that from the play here. So
watch my Cardinals actually win a game.
I hope for you. I hope for you, brother. Let's see. So then we got the Cowboys Eagles matchup here. So Cowboys Eagles, we're looking at Eagles obviously, and even though it's gonna be a close game, I like this is a major NFC East rivalry right here.
Yes,
and the head referee Clay Martin tends to favor Philadelphia in recent meetings. So for whatever reason, And then there's been a very strong Eagles dominance narrative being
yes,
pushed
all over ESPN
all everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere. It's almost nauseating.
Yeah, you're actually right.
And then for the Saints game, we've got the Saints over the Falcons. Again, another much closer of a game. However, divisional home favorite. We've also got the main referee tends to favor New Orleans in rivalry games. We've got a strong narrative for the Saints having Saints defense at home, which is compelling. So
I like that one too. Atlanta's been struggling because old man Cousins is quarterback. Yeah, Saints just had a bye week. I believe, so they're prepared.
So exactly rested, ready to rock. And then in terms of Rams Buccaneers, even though Rams are pretty heavily favored, and on top of that, the Rams offensive showcase is trending.
That game could be
definitely
awesome.
A narrative push. It could be a really nice game. Yep.
Yeah.
On top of that, though, the head referee, that team under Craig Rolstad, I believe is how you pronounce his name.
Did you ever apply for an NFL referee job and they denied you? Is that how you got the handbook here?
I should.
You got the handbook, dude. Look at this. I'm serious. I'm not just saying this. Nobody else anywhere is saying every game a referee report. I
think it's so much more important than people realize.
I am so proud to have Jonah as my co-host.
So, but what's kind of funny, it's not reffing at all, but kind of funny side note is when I was one of my first jobs when I was in high school. This is why I love the peripheral roles in sports. And obviously, so I was a bat boy for the minor league team for the it was the San Jose Giants, which was a feeder team for the San Francisco Giants. So I got to know a lot of the players and a lot of the umpires who ended up moving up to the big leagues. So it was a pretty cool opportunity to see how much the peripheral of the sport, outside of the actual players during the game, how much that actually affects the outcome, right? And so kind of being in the clubhouse and in the dugout before, during, and after the game, you start to appreciate at a different level the social narratives, how that affects players, especially now with social media. Yep. And then also referees' personal inclinations for or against certain teams or players, or even persons on a specific team. They might just have a beef with a head coach, and for whatever reason they decide that if it's a judgment call, it could go either way. Oftentimes they'll go against the person only because of a subconscious personal animosity against the specific person. So I've seen so many games decided on a judgment call from an umpire. And this is just me projecting that experience onto other professional sports. You've got to believe, especially from what we've seen, like in the Chiefs' history and other things like that, where umpires or refs, they have a huge impact on the outcome of the game. Sometimes it's not even willed, it's not even intentional, it's not even, but it's there, man. It's there. So
we gotta have if we have Snoop on soon, you guys got to talk about your ball boy experiences.
I know.
Interesting because that opens you up to things you don't see on TV.
Correct. Yep.
You know?
So it's interesting. And on top of that, so not only do he and I have the ball boy early employment ball boy experience in common.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
We both we both hail from Chicago originally, although neither of us are there now. But it's good stuff. So, all right. So then we're looking at the Rams Buccaneers game. No, I already covered that one. So let's go down to the Niners game. So we're going Niners. Obviously another favorite pick here. But there's been a huge narrative on social media for calling the 49ers a defensive masterpiece. So interesting. So that's a plus 35.89, and actually the odds have improved. Let me show you over here. The odds have improved since I set this parlay up. Let me show you guys here. Let's get rid of that guy.
37.
So we're looking at 37.78 now, plus 37.78. So if you put only a $20 wager on this, $755. Awesome. So, obviously there's a lot of contingencies that have to happen there, but how would I play this? So I'd put $20, $15 to $20 on the 12 leg.
Okay.
But then notice here, we've got the Bears at a minus 146. So looking at the more even numbers, right? So not this huge favorites of minus 1,100, for example, with the Seahawks, right? But looking at the Bears, so that's one. Another one that I would look at is the Chiefs game. That's another. The Raiders game, that's minus 180 as well, just like the Chiefs. The Eagles game, that's 168. The Saints, that's minus 135.
Does that have a spot for you to? Okay, so you can,
5.
Look what's on the screen, Jonah. We got straight bets, and look underneath your wager. Round robin. Yeah, that's new. That and you're not logged in. Look at that.
Right. So, but here's the point. So those 5 games that I just noted. So if you want to build this parlay like this, submit it for $15-20 because the payout is awesome if it all hits. But if you take those 5 games that are most likely to go in our favor, right, or that are kind of close, and you put $15 or $20 on each of those, you're going to make back $10 on each of those. And as long as you hit 3 or 4 of those 5, you've covered all of your bets for the weekend. For this parlay and the sub bets, you've covered everything. So you could even parlay those 5 together as a little extra insurance. Pick one of the real big favorites as another.
Let's show.
Sorry,
Jonah. So show the pull the FanDuel back up and exactly what you're saying. Hit the straight bet button underneath the Eagles on the bet card slip on the right.
Yeah.
On your entire bet card on the right. Yeah.
Straight
Keep going.
bets. There we go.
Hit straight bets and let's show the folks exactly what you're talking about.
So if we do $15 here, it's going to win $10, right? So then we scroll down a little bit more. Okay. We're looking at here's the 180. So I like $15. So $15 only wins $8. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Here we'll do another 15, another $8. 168. We'll do another 15. $9. 134. We'll do another 15. Then so that's it, right? So those 5.
So those are the 5 you're singling for the folks at home?
Those are the 5 that I would single out, right? Because if you look at the total wins, 11 plus 8 and 16, another 8, 16, 9. So you're looking at 25 plus 11, $36, $37. Plus at the top, you've got another $10. So $47, almost $50, almost. So you're risking $20 on the whole wager. You want to be a little more conservative. Drop this down to 15. Okay, so you're only going to take $5.66 on the top here. But now you're only risking
how much money total?
45. Let me see what the total is.
Let's see. Got 5. You can put 15 on each on the single ones, right?
Right.
Okay.
So 15 times 5, so you're risking $75. 75 plus the 15 overall parlay, so you're looking at $90 total.
You liking any round robin for this?
So the only issue with the round robin is it gets very expensive very quickly.
Yeah, it does, especially with a longer one. Yeah,
especially with the larger ones. So what I would say is hand pick. So if you have your 12 picks, if there's a number like maybe 5 or 6 of them, maybe not the favorites, the close games that I just indicated here, but if you want to pick 3 or 4 of the heavy favorites and parlay them with 3 or 4 of the others that you like, and make a couple smaller parlays, maybe 2 4-leg parlays, 2 or 3 4-leg parlays, spread it out, a couple of the single bets, and then 1 major parlay. If everything hits, you're rolling in it. And if only some of them hit, then you're going to hopefully at least break even or not lose too much. So
okay.
That's how I tend to roll.
I'm writing notes because, I want to be, I'm learning too. I mean, I know all about this, but I like writing it down. So your 5 teams are the Bears, New England, Saints, KC, and who's the 5th team?
So and Bears, New England, Lions.
Okay.
No, hold on. Sorry. Bears, Chiefs.
Okay.
Raiders, Eagles, and Saints. those are the 5 that are close calls, but we're expecting to move in our favor. So those are the most.
Casey,
those are the best odds.
Bears, Raiders, Eagles, Saints. Okay. So sorry to.
No, you're good.
If you miss the parlay and you hit all 5, let's add those up real quick, if you don't mind. I like showing the people, like if your parlay doesn't hit, but you get the 5 singles right. So I know we're only winning $8 to $10 on each of them. What would be the total if we hit 5? So we got 5 of them, right?
Well, so if you hit the 5 of them, I think I just totaled it a second ago to about. Let me recalc. It was 11
75
plus 25 plus. So even if only.
If 4 of them hit, you win money over the whole bet. That's automatically I'm thinking in my bet. So if you hit 5, you win money. So what I'm trying to say for the folks at home, do the small dollar amount for the big parlay and higher it up for the singles. If you hit 4 of the 5, and that's not the whole 12, you're winning money. That's smart. It's safe. That's very safe.
Exactly.
I like what you're preaching, John.
That's the mindset. So, even if you wanted to, let's say you didn't like some of these higher risk bets and you back off a little bit, take this 12 leg parlay, pick your 4 favorite that you think personally you agree with, do a parlay on those 4, and then bet a couple one-off games or bet each of those 4 one-off so that if 3 of the 4 hit, you're still golden. You cover the cost of the parlay. So that's the mentality.
Love it. That's a good class.
And then, even more important, is watch some of these real close. The 5 real close games that we talked about. And if the one who's a slight marginal favorite goes down a score or 2, live bet that plus margin. So if you had them, some of these guys we have for favorites who are money line, but only slight money line, like -3. So they're only -3 favorites or -4 favorites. Bet if they go down a score or 2, you can bet the spread for them to cover the spread at +4. So now would have been a -4, now you've got for +4 or +5, right? So it's a good way to live bet, create and contrast, and make sure you cover your bets. So even when you have money on the line, you're able to cover and make sure that you're protected as much as possible. Those live betting has changed sports betting immensely. So
great points. So yeah, that's awesome. So keep that in mind, folks. One of those favorites go down. Great time to live bet them.
Absolutely.
It's usually our last segment. I think we actually accidentally skipped a segment, but it's okay. It's all right. We have a lot to go over for the folks, but should we?
Is there something you wanted to circle back and cover?
So one of our favorite games, just for the people just for the people at home want to get to know Haywood and Joan a little better. Starting last week, we started putting something out that we individually like, just a little nuggets for our people, get to know us a little bit. And tonight we have one of our favorite games of all time that we want to show. Now, it's not the best, probably greatest game of all time in our opinions, but it's up there. A little bit more personable with me. But I want to show it's from January 9th, 2010. It's the Green Bay Packers versus my Arizona Cardinals at State Farm Stadium, where this picture behind me is. It was the highest scoring playoff game in NFL history, Jonah, and it still stands as the highest scoring football game of all time. And we just want to. The highlights are small. That game was incredible. We had Aaron Rodgers, young, Kurt Warner, prime veteran, gray beard as they call him out here, but the 2 elite quarterbacks, high scoring game. This game was something else, and I happened to be at it. I went to every game that season. And the season before that. But this game was incredible.
I love it. Let's roll.
Playoff football. The Green Bay Packers, the Arizona Cardinals. On 1st and goal, Hightower slams it in for the touchdown. Second down and 3 and over the middle. Doucette, touchdown. He takes it, plows in.
It's all the touchdowns, Jonah. It's too long to show all the highlights.
No call yet.
I think there was 10 touchdowns in this game. 13 touchdowns.
On second down, Warner throws it. Pass is caught. That's Doucette, his second of the day.
I was second row end zone at that
Turned it
touchdown.
over twice, taking it away only once in this game as Warner buys time and hits Fitzgerald. Woodson had fallen and Fitzgerald has a touchdown. Here's Jennings. What a catch for the touchdown. A one-handed, left-handed catch. Rod Stevens howling is waiting for it. And it's an onside kick. Green Bay falls on top of it. Rodgers in trouble, buys time. Throws on the run for Jordy Nelson for the touchdown. It's the number 2 defense in the NFL during the regular season. Warner, with all kinds of time, completes to Fitzgerald for the touchdown. To go for it on 4th and 5.
This game was gnarly.
Blitz. Rodgers throws and completes. That's Jones.
They were down by 14.
James Jones to the end zone for a touchdown. Handoff is to Kuhn, the fullback, and Kuhn is in for the touchdown. And we are an extra point away from a tie game. 2nd and 7 over the middle. Preston. Touchdown. Rodgers throws, completes to Havener, makes a move. Spencer Havener in for the touchdown.
2 gunslingers,
Try to knock it through from 34 yards out. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is pulled. Missed wide left. And this game is headed into overtime. Extra man on the blitz. Rodgers gets a hand to the face. The ball is out. The Arizona Cardinals win.
I'm like 20 feet in front of him.
And it's Michael Adams forcing the turnover, and Dansby took it in for the game-winning score.
And not even there in that case, not even the tuck rule would have prevented that last score. What a great game.
Dude, that game was nuts. I had no voice. There was a couple next to me, and the wife kissed me in front of the husband. It was crazy. Like she was excited. Like I think her bandana or something came over her face, and she grabbed the wrong person. Like I was like, dude, I did not mean it. She came to me.
That's so funny.
we were in the end zone. Me and a few buddies of mine. We were only a few feet away from Dansby. It was 45-51, 13 touchdowns. 96 points in the game. I think there was 1,000 yards of offense in this game. Listen to some of these stats, brother. So Steve Breston, one of the receivers, 125 yards, a touchdown. Fitzgerald, 137 and 2 touchdowns. Doucette, another receiver, 77 yards and 2 touchdowns. Okay, so this game was loaded. Greg Jennings, 130 yards. This dude, it was awesome. It was awesome. That was a great game to go to.
That's awesome, man. What a great game.
The Packers are the worst team in the NFL per Snoop Von Poop. I just got breaking news.
Allegedly.
Yeah, you have that button, Jim Rome? Just for Snoop.
Allegedly.
That's
One
right.
of the greatest sports commentators in history.
All the time. Chris Everett. That's what made him big. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Say he called him Chris Everett, and Jim Everett attacked him. It was back in the day on ESPN2 when it was called The Deuce.
Funny.
And he threw him down and swung at him. That's what made Jim Rome big. That was funny.
I used to listen to him every single afternoon.
Me too.
Rome is burning.
Me too. I haven't listened to him the last 10 years, but his first 15 years, yeah. Me and one of my best friends listen to him all the time. The Smack Off every year. He was just awesome. He still is awesome. But yeah, big fan.
I love it.
Big fan. So great show, Jonah. What do you think?
I love it, man. Yeah, I mean, good luck out there, guys. We'll be posting the picks for this week. Do Taylor Bale, right? Taylor Bale, but also spread out your risk on those parlays. Take our picks, mix up with your own parlays. Take each leg as a recommendation for that leg. Take the ones you like, pare down, diversify your risk, cover your risk by kind of, betting individual games as well, as we explained earlier. And good luck to you guys. Any last thoughts for the folks there, Haywood?
No, I thought we did a good job of great show. I like how we're extending it and giving more content for the hour or so that we're on. Before it was 30 minutes, and I think this is just better for the viewers. We're giving a lot more info and kind of like some parts are classes, some good sports takes, some good videos. I mean, to me, it's entertaining, but we're humble and we're just trying to be ourselves and give people good content. I thought it was a great show tonight.
Did you say we're humble?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So
allegedly.
But all right, guys. Well, appreciate you all. Remember, watch the comments under this post for bets as we put them. Stay tuned over the next couple weeks. We might jump on live. We're going to try to jump on live to do some live betting on either a Monday night or a Thursday night game, and we'll go from there. But share in the comments your bets if you'd like to share your victories, especially. And we'll go from there. But it's been a blast. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And don't forget, check out phoneboothpodcast.substack.com for all the related podcasts. Started at 3, 4, and now we're up to 7 different podcasts, I believe, across all the members. So Phone Booth Productions is definitely growing, and it's an absolute blast.
Life.
Yeah, it's a blast to see and be a part of, and an honor to be a part of. So.
Yeah.
Join us there and follow us on X. And
I got one more thing, Jonah. Got one more nugget. Hey, thank you for the phone booth, brother. Shouting that out. Thank you for all the people at home. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy it with your families. It's very important. Be blessed. Thank you for tuning in every Saturday night, or even if you watch on Sunday mornings or throughout the week. Catch us live on X every 9 p.m. Saturday every week. Check us out here. Follow me at Haywood's Almanac. Follow Jonah Stormrider. Love you guys. Thank you very much, and cheers.
Cheers and good luck.
Pay attention to the thread.
Let's go. Good luck, guys.
Love you guys.
Have a good weekend.
Peace.